remember now those childhood days gone by. You woke up with the morning sun. It was warm and alive and fun. I'm a roll, don't turn around, I'm a roll.
Hello friends, fans and enemies, welcome to a Zane-Destiny video. This would be an update video on the DigiFest I attended at Dark Sphere in Shepherd's Bush in London last night. So I know it was last night, but I got home very late and I was very tired, and it is very early in the morning right now. So yes, sorry for the delay. So how was it? The venue was nice and spacious, a lot of people, a lot of friendly people, and the staff were, I'd say, were pretty top. So I had a really good time. Did badly, but I had a really good time, so I enjoyed it. I was expecting quite a, I want to say negative competitive or rule sharky. I know it's a tournament, you should sort of like stick to the rules, but people were still super chill. And no one claimed slow play or anything like that. And even a side decking and mulliganing went a lot better than I thought. So okay, whether it's going to be a constant thing I don't know, but I'm kind of appreciative of it now. I'm guessing, considering it was like an introduction to the new ruling, sort of modified ruling I should say, maybe that's why it's a little chilled. Side decking I think we can probably do without, but I think mulliganing might be irregular. Who knows, but I would prefer side deck to be an actual thing rather than mulligans, because again I feel that the deck you make should be playable no matter what you draw. But that's just me, I digress. So what do we get? We got a pack of sleeves. At first we weren't sure we were going to be getting these because they weren't even handed out, but yeah, 60 Digicon Sleeves. I'm not focusing that right. There we go, got there eventually. Yeah, so very nice sleeves. Got Agumon, Gabumon, Gamamon and Pulsemon on there. I believe there's about 60 of them, and well, if you didn't have any sleeves you did then. Kind of a nice navy blue colour. I'm probably not going to use these because I'm not too sure on the texture. If I did use them and they felt terrible, I probably will get some over sleeves. Then you got all these goodies. I wasn't expecting all these, to be honest, because well, it was handed to me. I was like, do I pass them on? I'm not sure I was meant to get all these at once, but no, everyone got these. I haven't opened them yet, but I do know it's like a Diaboromon token. I was happy with the Slash Angemon, so that's a good one. And I believe you get one of each of the level 2s. I'm not sure. These are, yeah, you get stuff. I'm just happy with the Slash because, you know, he looks really nice. We'll probably open those later. I will be honest, I did open my event pack 2s. I do apologise, but I got a bit too eager. So if you remember with the participation prizes, I got all yellow. Well, it was purple's turn, and I was very happy with the outcome. So I got the Soundbirdmon, which I was happy about because he was a staple of my Musketeers deck, and he looks really cool. And then I've got the one Vilemon, really nice. So he's the OG blocker, so that's nice. And what I think is probably the best out of all of them, I would say he's probably even better than the Alt Art Jessmon, because who cares? But the Anubismon Alt Art looks really freaking sexy, I must say. I mean, he's pounding on the ground, he's doing some sort of summoning circle, but yeah, I was really not happy getting him. I wouldn't mind getting more, to tell the truth, but yeah, I was happy with those prizes. So after 3 rounds and you got like a second event pack 2, so it was an incentive to stay. I did only stay for 5 rounds. Potentially could have been 7, but I only won 1 match out of 5, and there was no chance of me making the top 64. There was a couple of times where I felt the deck I made kind of hindered me a bit the way I played. I tried to play for all outcomes again rather than focusing, but that's just me. There was one match I felt I probably could have saved it, and I'll get into that later. But yeah, I'm going to do a quick deck profile and do like a quick explanation of sort of like the matches I had. So with the babbies, I had the 1 Suno and the 4 Demi Mirror. I'm going to go through these quickly because we know what they do. But trash from hand, draw a card. On deletion, draw 1, trash 1. Staple, I was playing Lilith-Mon by the way. So staple and Lilith-Mon loop. Played the 4 inherited on deletion Gabumon and the inherited on attacking draw 1, trash 1. And the on play Labramon, draw 1, trash 1. Gazimon for blocking Bokomons, which funny enough it didn't come across that many Bokomons, to tell the truth. Yeah, the one, but the thing is, he didn't even digivolve into any tamers. He searched but he didn't have any tamers, hybrids to play, sorry. So, yeah. Elecmon for the same sort of thing, so on deletion, delete level 3 to get rid of Bokomons, etc. Or even other memory blockers. So that was my rookie count, which is very low, but don't forget we had the Mulligans rule, which only one time failed me. I was kind of hoping not to rely on it, but hey, eventually I just had to. Get into the level 4s. Of course, we're playing the 4 Scatter Mode and the 4 Eyesmon. So what do these guys do? Well, Scatter Mode, on deletion, draw 3, trash 2. And if you combine that with the on deletion Gabumon and the on deletion Demi-Mirrormon, you're drawing 6, trashing 4. Why do you want to trash so many? Well, if you've got a Scatter Mode in trash and you discard Eyesmon from your hand to send a trash, Eyesmon's effect is if you've got a Scatter Mode in trash, you get to play Eyesmon from the grave. So if you're able to draw 6, trash 4 and you trash all 4 of these beauties, well hey, you got 4 bodies, which was helpful if you got some promotes to play. What does promote do? He can digivolve on top of a level 4 and he's got rush, so he can attack as soon as, because normally when you play something it's got summoning sickness, not when it's got rush. So that was helpful. That came up decently. There was one match where the mulligan did me over and I ended up mulliganing 3 of my Eyesmon. I kind of should have just stuck with that first hand because I should have realised that was my whole strategy down, but I kind of felt I need the rookies because all I had was a Zwart and I believe it was the Dead or Alive option card, so I was kind of stuck either way. I was going to be giving memory nonetheless. Oh well, c'est la vie. And then I played the 1 Lowimon because I do run a decent tamer package, so he did swing for game for me a couple of times. On the couple of times I did win. Right, so that's our level 4 count. And then we get to our level 5s. I played 3 Cerberusmon and the 3 Werewolf mode. This was good because if I did attack with my Scatter mode and he survived with security, well I can always digivolve into a Cerberusmon, that's well and good, and then use a Werewolf mode to get all the deletion effects going. And the good thing is, even if Scatter mode survives and took a security, bring out the Werewolf mode also has rush, so he can also swing for an attack as well. Hopefully during those draws and discards we've got more Eyesmon out, more promote out. That was a dream. That was a dream, ladies and gentlemen. That was a dream. And just in cases, I did play the 1 Lady Devimon because I've got to, because it's the purple deck. But she's also good for just those initial, if I'm stuck in a peach, in a pip or whatever, I could always just use her effect to digivolving, draw 2, trash 2. And on one of the later cards she did still keep it onto my turn anyway, but also play more bodies, but also for the inherited of when using an option card, delete a level 3, which would have potentially got rid of more troublesome level 3s. I never really got into my level 6s much, but I'll get into that later. Then I played the 1 Lucamon Chaos mode, so because it was a hybrid format I was thinking there's going to be a lot of tamers in play, which was true, there was a lot of tamers in play, but the thing was, I didn't play this guy once. He was either in my hand just sitting there mocking me and I didn't have enough to reduce its cost, or, well, he was in trash, he was just sent to trash and that was it, or I just didn't see him. So I should have side decked this guy. I main decked him, which was a big mistake. I probably should have put more Cerberusmon or even just another rookie on board or something. But yeah, I understood my initial reasons for playing him. I mean, he is such a nice looking card anyway. But yeah, oh well. Oh well. Alright, get into the level 6s. Nidhoggmon, never played, you only discard him. And it was with this guy and Lady Devo is the reason why I was able to keep on my turn quite a few times. But also is this guy that makes to gain more memory so I can play some promotes. He did work. He's a good one. He's definitely a good one. The Queen, Lilith-Mon, I only digivolved into her probably twice throughout the whole day. Yeah. There was quite a few times I even side decked her out because I was thinking I am level 4 rookie rushing this thing. So yeah, I didn't really get the loop off. And the one time I did digivolve into her, I didn't even have 10 cards in trash. I don't know how I managed to get into her so early in the game, but yeah, it was unfortunate. I did use her effect to sort of like gain 2 memory when using an option, which did help a bit, but I mean, it's a Lilith-Mon deck, and yeah, it just wasn't happening. Just was not happening. Did only run the 3, but in the end, when I started cutting her out to the side deck, I was having a bit more success, which was very strange. Same thing with the Lucamon when I was cutting them out. Speaking of something else I cut out regularly was the resorts. I didn't even bother digivolving into him. I had a few opportunities to, but the times I won were... it would have been detrimental to digivolve into him, because if I just played a Tamer and played something a Rush, which if you play a Tamer, digivolve into Lowy, digivolve into Ginkaku Promote, it's got Rush, it attacks straight away, which was far more cost efficient and helpful than this guy would have been, especially considering I run no blockers in this deck, or even in a side deck. So he was useless, and he didn't even pop up in security that much, so he was something I regularly cut out in the side deck on matches 2 and 3. Getting into options, I did play 3 Jax raids, saved my butt a few times. I didn't get enough cards to get like 2 memory per turn, but I did get it in security quite a few times, which passed that back to my turn, which was nice. So yeah, Jax raids. Calling from Darkness is broken. There was only one time I was able to use it without any mons on the field, but quite often I was happy to delete because it was normally a scatter mode that survived security, strangely enough. But yeah, Calling from Darkness, I think that might be my issue, because I was very keen to keep deleting my scatter mode to get the effects off. Kind of think maybe I should have just left it alone more often, because I was just so eager to get the effects. Oh well, c'est la vie. Something else I regularly cut out the deck was a win rate of 60%, because the one time I did want to use it, I didn't even have a Tamer, so that was an illegal play, so I had to recall that. But yeah, I would regularly swap this out for one of the option cards, or sorry, 2 of the option cards in the side deck. 1 Deathclaw, did its job a few times. There's quite a few people that didn't even know what it did. Basically Deathclaw, delete one of your mons to delete one of their level 4s. Dead or Alive, it was either to get out the Lucamon to delete Tamers, or get out a Werewolf mode to get a stupid amount of memory. But I regularly cut it out because it was not helpful. So yeah, that was my option count. It's quite a smallish package of options, but they sort of like all did something, which was good. Tamers, Mats, Mimi, and Analog Youth. Basically set my memory to 3. I kind of wanted to see more of him, but oh well. Mimi, she was the MVP of the whole night actually, because not only is she a 2 cost, I can digivolve on top of her and promote, for example, or digivolve into Lowy another turn, but also every time I use an option card, me or the opponent suspend to gain a memory, which did pass the memory onto my turn, which did win me a game. Analog Youth was to get some more mons in my hand, but also if any level 5s or higher, I can suspend to gain a memory and hatch an egg, plus get more stuff in my trash. Didn't really get its effect off, only the first effect of when playing, pick up the top 3, add a Digimon, that was it. So I didn't get the level 5 effect off that regularly, so bit of a shame really. I'm going to quickly go into the side deck very quickly. So I did play another Mimi, which was always put into my main deck all the time. 2 Underworld's Call, 3 Defeats, 1 Rebelli, Ogremon, I love this guy, another Lowy and another Promote. So quite often I would take out the original swords and put the defeats in the hopes he would get into security. Never did get into security, so he was a dead card I shouldn't have put in. Underworld's cool for draw power. Mimi and Lowy for like the more of the hybrid shenanigans, but also option cards. Another promote just for when attacking. Never did Rebelli because I always felt going into anything other than Cerberus Mon was a hindrance, so I never did Rebelli. Ogremon was a beast. I wish I did put more of him in now, because his effect is when attacking you can trash one card, you get security attack +1. Because it was tamer heavy format, most people had tamers in their security, so he was getting his 2 checks off, but also he hasn't inherited that you can trash a card from your hand to gain 2000. That just, I was trashing things to either give me more draw power or more memory, so I can digivolve into something else potentially, which actually, yeah, it did get me into a Lilith-Mon because I was already into a Cerberus mode. Yeah, shenanigans. Underworld's core to bring back a level 4, which brought me back promote to win a game. Lowy Mon to swing for games. It would have been good if he was triggering, but yeah. So often I swap out the Zorts for the defeats, the win rates for Underworld's cool, and a mixture of Lucamon, Dead or Alive, and I believe one of the analog use, so sort of like a mixture of these ones. But to tell the truth, I feel like these should have been in my main deck. Well, actually not to promote, maybe just these ones. These 5. So yeah, first matchup was against Hybrid Green with Ancient Troyan, Ancient Kabuteri. I won the first match, but unfortunately the second 2 didn't go so well. But was a good player. I liked it. Second match was against, oh dear, Diaboromon. It seems to be the bane of my existence lately because yeah. It was a bit of a funny one because unfortunately, well, there was 2 things. My opponent got called up because it was an issue of his deck list, and at this point we already played 2 games, and I was like, oh gosh, what's going to happen here? But not only that, found out he was at the wrong table, which was even more of a oh my gosh. So I wasn't the wrong table, he was, as well as the opponent that was to the left of me. They already finished their game, and the guy that I would have played won it. So it's kind of like, oh gosh, they had to sort out the guy's deck list first, his issues first, and then that would affect what would happen. But luckily we were all sort of like in the same vein of like win rates and lose rates, so they just kind of manually altered our results, which was good. I was gearing up for like the third match. I was like, I might have this if I've sided in right, but unfortunately my hands were pretty dud, and he got the full token rush with Diaboro, so that was unfortunate. Third match was against Hybrid Blue. Did okay. I did okay, so I was like, yeah, but he was outpacing me. Not much stunning, but he did outpace me quite a bit. Oh, that was the actual match where I mulliganed my 3 Eismon as well. So round 2 was like, yeah, you've got this, mate. It's a 2-0. It's a 2-0 to you. Round 4 was against Hybrid Yellow. Yeah, a Hybrid Yellow, one of the lower tables. As soon as I saw the Shaomon, I'm like, he's running Hybrid Yellow. Yeah, okay. And I was at that point thinking, because I was already set in my mind, like, if I lose the first 4 rounds, I'm out. I'm going. I won against Hybrid Yellow. You know, the deck I was probably fearing the most, because I know personally how well it goes. But yeah, I won against it. I'm like, oh, okay. But he did play really well. Unfortunately, he did bottom deck his Susanomon with a Pokemon search. So there was that. And yeah. Oh, you get a few. So / Angie. And the last match was against a Hybrid Red, which was pretty darn clutch. And my biggest misplay was, hey, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Yes. I know someone is after the Dark Dramons, so I think I might be happy with getting some Rebellamons. Oh, Hexablow. Very pretty. Yeah, the misplay I did was he used an option card. I've forgotten what it is. It's kind of like the hybrid version of Lightning Joust. I think it was Atomic Inferno actually, on his Ancient Grey. Did a bunch of checks, and the memory did go onto my side, but because it got deleted at the end, he'll gain the memory back. What I should have done was tapped Mimi, because Mimi is all turns. Oh yes, I've forgotten, you get the early, you get the Gamamon. He looks pretty cool. So he's BT8 80. 6k or more, delete one of your opponent's Digimon when played. Play one timer and draw one. Oh, that's pretty decent. But I'm not sure if I want to keep these actually, because I think people will be after this. I don't know. Or, I don't know. I really don't know. And the tamer. If you have 2 on missile, it's set to 3, so it's a memory fixer. When you tackle Digimon that has Gamamon in its name or level 5 or higher, you may suspend the tamer to have one of your Digimon with 2000. Huh. I don't know if I want to keep those. And, oh, the Diaboromon token. Cool. Sweet. Yeah, so if I tapped the Mimi, I would have been extra memory, so it would have instantly gone into my turn. I don't know if it would have made much difference, but it would have given me an extra turn because he had 2 more bodies which got rid of an extra 2 security of mine. So yeah, I probably could have bought myself at least an extra turn, which could have digivolved into something else. Actually, yeah, if it went to my turns just 1 turn later, I had the Promote and Lowimon in play, or a potential, which would have gone for game, so I could have won that second match, but that was entirely my fault, forgetting about my Mimi effect. Promo Diaboromon, I can imagine, I'm not too sure what the price is going to be, because are the people that have the original promos going to want a Digiverse versions, or what? Who knows? It's got Reboot. Gomamon. It's just a promo Gomamon. Oh jeez. Oh yeah, he was looked for some time. Hey, I finally got this Agumon. Nice. Hey, Pulsemon. I'm probably not going to use these. Palmon. I remember just giving this one away. I think I gave this one to my mum actually. And then I got told why. Wizardmon. Always nice. Oh, and you get the starter decks as well. Nice. I'm not going to bother go through the other one because it's going to be exactly the same. I'm going to turn focus off and then turn it on again. I really hate this thing. Yeah, it's exactly the same. I will sleeve these up later, but I do have to make a deck for later. I'm going to plan to make Purple Musketeers for the locals later, because I just want to play something that's a bit less thinky. I know that sounds weird for Purple Musketeers, but Lilith-Loop does take a lot of thinking, but that's what I kind of enjoyed about it. It's sort of like, well, if I do this, I can do that. Yeah, I did like it. Though I've kind of felt like maybe I should have just made it into like a champion rush or something. So Koromon, so this is a BT, is it all BT7? Argomon. Jeez, I'm kind of glad that the green hybrid player didn't get into this. Oh, I did need some of these, actually. Upamon, nice. Demimera, nice. He's all shiny, shiny boy. Missimon, Shalmon, Pikmon, Demimera, and Pagu. Okay, I think those are pretty decent eggs, actually. Mixture from different sets, but they kind of like look nice in all their rights. Yeah. Not quite a playset or everything, but I mean, I know one person's after the Diaboromon tokens, but what would I trade it for? I mean, I don't know if I would sell these two, because they are basically just early release versions of what you would get in the box anyway, and I would eventually get a box, so I'm not even sure if it's even worth keeping these two. Ancient, Evolution Ancient, not too fussed about. Huckmon, not fussed about. I think someone's after a Darkdramon. I would probably be happy with more Slashes and Rebellies, I think. Yeah. More Slashes and Rebellies. Rust Tyrannomon, I think I might keep him. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I mean, I don't really want a Hakmon with that on it. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's everything. Hopefully that wasn't too long, but yeah, that was my experience at the fest. I don't know if there's going to be any more festivals going on. Would be nice if there were, but at least I got my locals. And yeah, that's it. That's it, everyone. Have a good day. Thanks for joining me, and you take care of yourselves. Take care. Bye.